Alright, everything should be recording properly. Hopefully the audio is good. Hopefully my mic is working properly, and hopefully everything runs smoothly. I'm just going to jump into it because I want to try to make some decent progress, and I don't know how long it's going to take me. So anyways, hello everyone, welcome back to Murder by Numbers. Last time we left off, we finished case 1, and things are getting interesting because the first murderer is now dead. So now we have to find out who killed him. So I really enjoyed this last episode, so hopefully the next episode is going to be good. So let's jump into it. Case 2, Fallen Star. Yes. It hadn't been a great start to the summer. Excuse me. The job I loved, my whole career was gone. I was lost, and that was the least of my worries. I hadn't seen a real body since Dad's funeral, but suddenly I was haunted by death. First Blake, and then the man who killed him. And somehow, in a way I couldn't begin to understand, I was at the center of it all. The only good thing to come out of that day was meeting Scout, but he had problems of his own. Could he even understand what I was going through? Still, it was good to have someone to talk to. It was a nice feeling, comfortable. I wondered how long it would last. Okay, why are we back here? See, what did I tell you? Your friends are late. I said we should have taken a cab. You really want to miss your own award show? They'll be here, Mom. They're probably stuck in traffic. Dick Stanford is hosting this year. I bet he's not stuck in traffic. He's a professional. Who is he, Gordon Freeman? I asked Casey to drive me to the awards. I can't bail on him just because you invited yourself along at the last second. Well, it's not like you were going to bring a date, is it? Speaking of which, I saw Ryan the other day. Ryan and I are through, Mom. Divorce, it's over. With that attitude, I'm hardly surprised. But there's no substitute for a good man. I should know. That reminds me, I found something yesterday while I was cleaning out a drawer. Think of it as an early birthday gift. My birthday was 3 months ago, Mom. Why have you always got to make such a big deal out of everything? Just take it. Puzzle start. Okay. Okay. So there's 10 across and 10 down. Yeah, that has to be that. That has to cross that off. And that off. Yeah. Okay, so... that has to go there, at the very least. Cross these off. Cross these off. These need to go here. It's gonna be tricky. Cross those off. Oh, I can do this. There we go. Which means that needs to go there. Okay, there's no way that's gonna be a thing. That means all of these can be crossed off. Cross that off. Now, the question is it the 4 here? Or is there one more spot here and 4 down here? That's the question I have. Because I don't know. Okay, these can go here. There we go. Cross that off. Okay, that definitely needs to go there. What even is this item? Like, it's not really that clear so far. Yeah, I'm almost positive that needs to go there at the very least. That can go there. Yeah, that definitely goes there. Dang. That can go there. That needs to go there. That can go there. Cross that off, put that there. Okay. Now, does it go here or does it go here? Yeah, that, it can go in either one of these slots. These two can go here. Cross the rest of these off. Yeah, that can just go there. Okay, there we go. All these cross off this. Cross that off. Cross these two off. That just go there. Cross that off. There we go. Cross that off. Put that there. Cross that off. There we go. What even is this? A locket. Is there gonna be something inside the locket? Jewelry, Mom, I didn't open it up. There's a photograph inside. Called it. There's usually something inside. Oh, wow. Why is that police officer standing in front of a giant brown hat? Must be at least 25 feet in diameter. How big must the how big must the person who wears the hat be? I'll need to add this to my database. No, Scout, that's the Brown Derby on Wilshire. I loved that restaurant as a kid. And he isn't just any police officer. It's a photo of her father. Not that it's any of your business. Really, Honor, I don't know where you found this thing. It's not even human. Wow. Being racist against a robot. Correct, I'm not human. I am Scout. You better point that camera of yours someplace before I... Don't start, Mom. I'm just happy you found this photo. I don't have a lot of pictures of Dad. It's good to see him again. Thanks for this. I appreciate it. Sorry I'm late. Traffic was... It's about time you showed up. I always thought you were unreliable, but this takes the cake. Miss Mazzari, delightful to see you, as always. Honor, you didn't tell me your mother was coming. You could have warned me, and I brought in my wooden stake. Sorry, I didn't know until today. Trust me, she wasn't exactly my first choice for a +1 either. One sec, I think that's my phone. Honey, you know how my ankles get if I have to stand for too long. Uh-huh. Okay, we'll see you there. Bye. Becky said she doesn't need a ride anymore. She'll meet us there. Well, are we going? Or are you two gonna stand out here yapping until sundown? I'm gonna go sit in the car before I catch a cold. But it's the middle of June. Have you considered putting yourself up for adoption? I guess we should get going. Right, you are. Wouldn't want her heart to thaw out in that hot car, would we? Orpheus Theater. So ready for the Starshine Awards? I've been better. I'm still kind of processing, you know? I didn't want to bug you, but the last time you were this quiet was because of that douchebag, so I was a little worried. Well, you shouldn't. No matter how bad things get, I'm never going back there, I promise. Have you spoken to your agent about any new roles? I could always put some feelers out amongst the stylist network. We hear everything. Truth be told, I haven't even told her. I don't want to rush into anything, and my savings will last another couple months. I'll be fine. Of course you will. I mean, you've got me, haven't you? And I guess you got Scout now, too. Although, just to clarify, it's so crazy that you have a literal flying robot. But that's fine. I'm not jealous. Don't you think it's a bit weird that Dick Stanford is hosting the awards? A retired chat show host is hardly going to bring in viewers, is he? You know Marcine, the stylist I know at the Late Late Show? She said it's because he runs the Starshine Committee. He uses his clout to demand they make him the presenter. Sounds about right for this town. If he's been running the awards this long, he must be doing a good job, but can't say I particularly want to watch him. Me neither, but Mom won't shut up about the guy. He's the only reason she's coming. I swear, when he quits TV, she was sadder than when Grandma died. Speaking of which, I think we'd better go soon. If your mom stares at me from that car for much longer, she'll bore a hole in my head. It's been fun having Scout at my place, but I'm exhausted. The little guy's been soaking up information like a sponge ever since we watched Casablanca. We watched 26 movies over the past 9 days. I wanted to see more, but Honor has run out of tapes. I'd warn you about getting square eyes from that much TV, but it's not just TV. He's read almost every book I own. He loved Dad's old mystery novels. If I can learn the techniques of all the great detectives, I might be able to find out where I come from. I can't believe anyone would build something as incredible as Scout and then just throw him away in a junkyard. Whoever they are, they don't deserve him anymore. Forget about them. I already did, that's the problem. Cute locket, where did you get it? Mom gave it to me. Oh, be careful, it might be cursed. Well, I never. They've actually gone out all on the decoration this year. There's the champagne waiter. Hey, hello, over here. Anna, what's up? Everyone's staring at us. At me. What do you expect? This is what you signed up for when you became an actress. I'm going to find our table. Do people know about what happened at the studio? About Blake? No, Hollywood, Honor. News travels fast. They'll get over it. What's the matter with you people? You there in the cheap jacket. Maybe you should spend less time gawping at us and more time in front of a mirror. That wig isn't fooling anyone. Nicely done. I wish I could make that big an entrance. Ryan? What the hell are you doing here? Ah, Casey, loud and clueless as always. I'm here because I was invited. Were you? Or did Honor just bring you along out of pity? Oh, of course. I forgot they added an award for sleaziest ex-husband of the year. I'm rooting for you, Ryan. It's about time people recognize how good you were in that role. Thanks, Casey, but I can handle it. Would you go check on Mom, make sure she's okay? Fine. Even she's a step from this bottom feeder. I heard about your showrunner. Hard to believe that kind of thing can really happen, isn't it? Now, when you've seen the body firsthand, you must have been overwhelmed. Sorry I wasn't there to help. Thanks, but I don't need your help. I did just fine on my own. Really? That's not what I heard. Is it true the murderer died before the cops could get to him? Took a dive off the 10th floor? 2 dead in 1 day, and both times you were just a little too late. Fuck you, dude. I've gotta say, that doesn't sound just fine to me, but I guess you're still too proud to admit you need my help. Why would I need your help? I did the best I could under the circumstances. I'm sure you did. Just something to think about, I guess. Anyway, I've gotta go. Got some business to see to. Enjoy the ceremony. That was my ex-husband. He's an ass. That's not the definition I have on file for ass. What time does the award show start? I can't wait to see what it's like. I'm not sure. I think I've got the details here somewhere. Of course. Okay, so 15 down, 10 across. 6, 7, 8. Okay. 6, 1, 1. I'm almost positive that that's going to be the 2 here. So this needs to go here. At the very least. It's definitely going to go there. That can be crossed off. Definitely needs to go here. I'm almost positive this is the 7. I'm almost positive because if it goes any lower, it's not going to be able to get across. So I can cross that off. This is tricky. How many of these do I have so far? I have 9. There's a buffer space of 3. So it can either go on the top, it can go on the bottom, or it can go in the middle. So that's what's throwing me off there. If this was like a 5, this would be easier. Because then it would just be 9 down and then a space and then 5. But since it's not, it's throwing me for a loop. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Do that. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that can go there. So it's either 1 and 1, these 2, or these 2 here to add up to 12. That needs to go there. Okay, so it's either 1 and 1, or it's 1 or 1. And then that can cross off, that can cross off, that needs to go there. Cross off, that needs to go there. off. Okay, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. That needs to go there. So that means that goes there. Needs to go there. Needs to go there. Needs to go there. There we go. Got it. A flyer. I'm doing really good at managing without hits. I love these types of puzzles, which is why I'm doing so good at it. Welcome to the 21st Annual Starshine Awards, hosted by Dick Stanford. I know that name. Your mother has mentioned him 43 times so far today. Yeah, she's kind of obsessed. He used to host a late-night talk show, Backtalk. It says here he's getting a Lifetime Achievement Award to be presented by his former co-host, Kathleen Cartwright. It's about time, too. He's a legend. Mom, what are you doing? Did you find our table? Of course I did, but I'm not about to sit there alone with that Casey. I don't like the way that boy looks at me. No wonder he can't find a girlfriend. I don't have time to go into that right now. I can't see Dick anywhere. Do you think he had to cancel? Jesus, Mom, give it a rest, will you? He's probably backstage. All these people, why don't they sit down so I can see? Hey, you with the serving tray, get out of the way! Thank you, never thought I'd say this, but thank God you're here. Me, miss the Starshine Awards? Never, I just had some stuff to deal with at home. But you understand, Honor. You're always talking about how crazy your mom is. She said, what? Becky, this is my mom. Oh, hi, I've heard so much about you. She's just kidding, Mom. Hey, I think that was him. Mr. Stanford! Dick! Dick, over here! She moves fast for an old lady. Oh no, I swear to God, if your mom gets us kicked out of the Starshine Awards, I better go find her before she does anything crazy. Backstage. Okay. I can't investigate or question anybody, so let's go backstage, I guess. Mom? Mom, are you back here? I can't believe I'm actually trying to find my mom. Give me a moment to scan the area. I may be able to see where she went. Okay. Puzzle start. Okay. This definitely needs to go here. Okay. The 5 can either go here or it can go here. It needs to go there. I can cross off. It's really tricky when there's like a billion ones. I'm just gonna do this. Because I feel like the 4 is gonna go here. Definitely gonna go here. Has to. Which means I can cross off the rest of these. I'm almost positive that that's gonna be it. I'm almost positive. Actually, no. 2 can go here, and then a 1 can go here. So I'm not going to do this just yet. Too many off. Well, let's pause that 1's going to go here. These off. Tricky. Okay, I can put this here. That might not actually go there. This looks like a studio light, but I could be wrong because the thing was pointing at a ladder. Oh, I just realized. I can do that. I can do this. Wait, no, I can't. Hold on. Okay, I messed up somewhere because this is supposed to go here and it's not doing anything for me. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna reset the puzzle, but I'm gonna pause my playback real quick so I have an idea of what I did wrong. So it was 3 down here. Cross that off. 5. 3. There's gotta be something I missed. I feel like I was on the right track, but something's not right here. Something's not right here. Because there's not enough space. Yeah, I'm just gonna restart from the very beginning without looking at playback because playback is not helping me at all. So I definitely need to do this at the very least. I'm not using any hints. Cross off. There's too many ones. This was throwing me for a loop. Trying to think. Anything? No. Can maybe do that. Like, if this was a 4, this would help so much. But it's not, so I have to figure out where the 2 spaces go. It's just hard. Like, it's just throwing me for a loop because there's not a whole lot of context clues to, like, say, like, oh, this goes here. Because if I can get 1 row, that's gonna help me so much. But since there's not anything I can do here, it's not helpful. Like, if this was a 5, or maybe like a 6 and a 3, this would help. But it's 1 tile that's throwing me for a loop on every single row and column. So I have to figure out where things go. Trying to use my brain. Because if this isn't it, then this is what's causing me to have issues. Because this, like, this one thing solved this row here. Because that helps me. Because this needs to go here. That definitely needs to go there. That definitely needs to go there. And that can cross that off. Cross these 2 off. Because this 2 could go here. I'm not going to cross these off just yet because it can go on either side. So these 3 definitely need to go here. Cross that off. And cross that off. There we go. See, that solves it. Two could go here or 2 can go here. Definitely needs to go here. That can cross that off. 2, 3 need to go here. See, now I'm making progress. There we go. Got there. See, it was that one row or that one column that solved it for me. That took forever, but we got there eventually. A bow tie. Still ain't cap. Interesting. There's a bow tie on the floor over here. It seems to be... I hate to interrupt, but Mom wasn't wearing a bow tie. Perhaps not, but my scans indicate this was moved very recently. And in fact, based on the crumpled angle of the fabric, your mother could be coming this way. Someone's coming this way. What? Who? Ah, good. You hear about the flowers? What flowers? The ones in my dressing room, girl. Are you deaf? Dick, glad to have finally caught up with you. I just wanted to say what a big fan I am and... Sorry, I don't do autographs. Now, about those flowers, I specifically asked for Asiatic lilies, but you gave me Austromeria. An easy mistake. The Austromeria is also known as... Is this the new coffee machine? Or take a triple grande non-fat latte with no foam? So what do you have to say for yourself? Come on, I haven't got all day. What's that got in your hand? It's a bow tie, but... That thing again, I told you people before. Dick Stanford does not wear a clip-on. They're cheap and tacky. The damn things don't even get tight enough. I'll have to go on stage in my turtleneck. I'm gonna look like some kind of amateur. I don't work here, just... No excuses, it was all in my contract. You'll be hearing from my lawyers about this. Wait, Dick, I wanted to... So that's Dick Stanford, huh? What a guy. He's obviously just stressed. When's this show supposed to be starting anyway? Bagging question, Sharon. Mom, are you okay? What? Of course I'm okay. Why wouldn't I be? You know, you're a big fan of Dick's, but you gotta admit, he was pretty rude. We're just stressed. I'm sure he's not normally like that. He loves his fans. I'm not surprised he's a little on edge after he was all but forced into retirement. Imagine if your show was taken away from you. Well, I wasn't sure how to tell you this, but if you ask me, Mr. Stanford has every reason to be upset. They made him retire just to replace him with that idiot Bobby Price. All of because he isn't young, or what's the word, rad? Back in my day, radical meant some kind of hippie. I'm surprised you wanted to come tonight. I thought you didn't like award shows. I don't. Why would I want to see a bunch of overpaid nobodies getting awards just for standing around on camera? Thanks, Mom. Don't give me that look. You know how I feel about modern television. All style, no substance. What about Dick Stanford? He works in TV and you're his biggest fan. That's completely different. He's got style, he's got flair, he's got... His stick-up is class. That's what sets Dick Stanford apart from the rest. He's a dying breed, Honor. When you said he was going to be here, I knew I had to come and support him. Him? What about me? My show's up for an award too, you know. Why do you always have to make everything about you? Bro. Did you know Ryan's here? He's the last person I want to talk to right now. You're bound to bump into him occasionally. He's got good connections. I always said he had a head for business. You don't find a man like him every day. Thank God for that. Just try and be civil. It's not his fault you decided to leave him. You're not gonna keep that thing, are you? Why are you showing me that? Thanks again for the locket, Mom. Your father was a good man. You need things to remember him by. Okay. I guess we need to go back to the main hall. Where have you been? They're about to start. I wouldn't want you to miss anything when I get caught up to collect Best Actress. When? Did you even watch this season? I killed it. There's no way I'm not taking home that trophy. Will you keep quiet? Dick is about to come on. Yeah, Becky, keep quieter. Shh. Yes, ma'am. Welcome, everybody, to the 21st Annual Starshine Awards. I'm Dick Stanford, and I'm Kathleen Cartwright. Applause. got to tell you, Dick, it's so good to be back on stage with you tonight. Thank you, Kathleen. Wasn't it a wonderful reunion? I always said we make a great team. Now, before we begin with the awards, I want to say how grateful I am to all of you who have supported me since my retirement. My fans mean everything to me. I may not have my show anymore, but I have your support. Let me tell the world tonight, Dick Stanford is not dead yet. Yay. Thank you. Now on to the awards, and we begin with Best Actress. These lovely young ladies have graced our screen this year with their beauty and poise. And some of them managed to remember their lines too. Yes. The Starshine Committee has nominated some very talented actresses this year. Very true, the competition was fierce, but there can only be one winner, and there was one name in particular we just couldn't ignore. Now my lovely assistant Kathleen will do the honors and open up the golden envelope. The winner is Sarah O'Hara for Oklahoma Dreaming. Becky's like, bitch! What? See, told you. Big round of applause for Sarah, everyone. What a champ. I'm so happy for her. Really, well deserved. Really, she earned it. Becky, people are staring. Are you? Let them stare. This is a travesty. What's got into you, girl? Keep your voice down. I'm sick of keeping my voice down. These awards are a joke. I've worked my ass off for 4 years, and what do I have to show for it? I thought this would finally be my year, but no. Sarah O'Freakin-Hara? Are you kidding me? Well, guess what? You're all dead to me. I guess it's someone's time of the month, am I right? Can I stop playing now? Bloody hell. Becky just made Sally Field look reserved. You hate me. You really hate me. Tough crowd. Better go after her. So, Miss Mazzari. You enjoying your evening so far? No good. She locked herself in the restroom. She thinks she dropped something on her way out. Let me take a look. Puzzle start. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be impossible. Cross these off. Huh. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to try some stuff. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Okay, I've already messed up. So let me reset. I've already messed up. I have to try just experimenting. So, cross these off. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Thought maybe I could do like 1 1 1 1 1, but no. This is gonna be tricky. Yeah, I'm just gonna try something. If this doesn't work, it's not gonna be right, but I don't care that much. Yeah, that's not right. I can already tell that's not right. Because I thought maybe I could do this, but no, it's not gonna work. This is hard. Because I don't have enough context clues that can easily solve the puzzle. Like, if I had one more row, that would help, but I don't. There's too many ones and too many small numbers to say that. Because this is the only row that I can get without thinking. Because these two could be either a 1 or a 2. Because it could go 1, 1, and then a 2. So I'm trying to think. I'm trying to use my brain. Brain power! That's what Malcolm did in that one video. Like if the 1 and the 3 were separated, this would be a lot easier. Well, not separated, reversed. But they're not, so it's throwing me off. 2. I feel like that's pretty good. Nope, that's not it. That's not it, Chief. I guess it could be that. Cross that off. Cross that off, cross that off. Cross that off. Cross that off. That goes there. Cross the rest of these off. That needs to go there. These can go here. Cross that off. No, that's not it. That can't be it. I feel like I was getting close, but now I'm not entirely sure. Wait, no, that could potentially be a 4 and then a 1. Yeah, see? Now I'm completely thrown off. I thought I was getting close, but now I'm not entirely sure. Because this can't be it. Unless it's like that. There we go. Okay, I just messed up the one thing. Turn up speech. Still rank F. Thank you, everyone. I can't tell you how good it feels to finally receive the award for Best Actress. Mom, Dad, if you were watching, I told you I could do it. This must have been Becky's acceptance speech, but her parents didn't even turn up. She must be heartbroken. Crazy night, huh? I'm Bobby Price. Sounds familiar. Have we met? Not until now. Hey, aren't you that girl from the news? The one that solved a murder? And this must be your little robot dude. That's dope. No, I am Scout. Bobby Price, what are you doing here? Oh, that's how I know your name. You ought to be ashamed to be in the same building as Dick Stanford. You stole his show. What are you talking about? I didn't steal anything. Can't you people leave me alone? You think you're so cool with your clothes and your hair. Dick's show went to hell when you took over. You threw out everything the fans love. Only thing you idiots kept was the title. And if you ask me, you should have changed that too. Back talk? More like crap talk. Mom. I should get out of here. I think this show's about to start again. Banana, we should talk sometime. I'd love to have you on for an interview. Thanks, I'll think about it. You do no such thing. He only wants to boost his ratings before he gets canceled. Dick's got you all brainwashed. I swear, next time I see him. See? What did I tell you? Network TV is full of idiots. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to present this year's Lifetime Achievement Award. Hooray! There aren't many as well loved in television as tonight's winner. While he may have retired, I'm sure we'll be talking about him for years to come. Is he dead? I'm pleased to be able to give this award and these lovely flowers to my old co-star, Dick Stanford. No, he's not. Okay. Ah, these flowers smell incredible. You know how much I love clematis. Thank you, everyone. I spent over 20 years on television, so I learned a little something about what makes a successful show, and Sorry, it's warm up here. I never thought my show would... Is it gonna keel over? Sorry about this, folks. Dick, are you okay? Have you been drinking? What? No, I don't... It's so hot in here, and all these people staring. They're waiting to hear from you, Dick. Why don't you tell them about our show? Our show? You mean my show? No, not mine anymore. Now it's his. What are you talking about? Perhaps you better go and lie down. Bobby Price, that sniveling little... They give him my show. 20 years, and I'm tossed out like... What? What are you all staring at? You all think I'm crazy, don't you? Well, let me tell you something. I don't feel so good. I don't know what to say. I'm very sorry you all had to see that. I'm sure he'll be better once he slept it off. Poor Dick. He looked terrible. What do you think was wrong with him? You mean besides being a terrible human being? The poor man's obviously having some kind of nervous breakdown. I'm gonna go check on him if no one else will. Got to admire his dedication. I don't get it. We met Dick backstage and he was a complete jackass. At least he was living up to his name. But Mom refuses to accept it, and she's acting like nothing even happened. If you believe something for long enough, sometimes you don't want to see the truth, especially if it hurts. True that. Maybe you're right. Looks like the show is finishing up. I guess we can forget about taking home any awards tonight. Why bother inviting all of us here if we weren't going to win anything? As if you had anything better to do on a Tuesday night. It's actually a Wednesday night. Touché, although there's drag bingo at a club not far from here. We could go tonight. With your mother? Good point. Let's just head home. That about wraps up everything on yet another wonderful evening. Many thanks to all our award winners. On behalf of the Star Trek community, I'd like to thank everyone. Stop everything. There's been a murder! Dick Stanford is dead. Hold the presses. Episode 2. Fallen Star. I don't like how this is not centered. What? Dick's dead. Are you sure? Of course I'm sure. I know a dead body when I see one. I'll call the police. Mom. I went backstage. His door was open and he was... Sharon, did you see who it was? Where did they go? Leave her alone, Ryan. She's in shock. What are you, a paramedic? I'm just trying to help. You want to help? Go get her a glass of water. Come on, Mom. You should sit down. He was just lying there, staring up at the ceiling. You don't want my help? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, there's been a tragedy here tonight. But we're lucky enough to have a famous detective in the house. Anna Mazzari, everyone. What the hell, Ryan? No need to be modest, Honor. We've all read about how you solved the murder of Blake Patterson. Bitch! Honor, what is he talking about? Oh, I'm sorry. It seems we haven't all read about it yet. Didn't you know your daughter is a hotshot detective now? Ryan, stop, please. It's not true, Mom. I'm sure Honor will be only too happy to kick off tonight's investigation. How about we give her a big hand, ladies and gentlemen? Why are you doing this? Because he's an asshole. We better get to the crime scene, Honor. We don't want to be too late yet again. What is his problem? New location, dressing room. Oh, he's just dead. Just... Or... He's really... Don't think you can just walk away from me. What's going on? Is it true what Ryan said? Someone died and you've been acting like some kind of detective? I've acted like some kind of detective for years, Mom. That was my job. Don't smart mouth me. You know what I mean. Is it true? Yes, but it was just... I don't want to hear it. What were you thinking? It was bad enough you gave up your degree to become some low-rent TV actress, and now this? If your father was here, he'd... Mom, Dick Stanford is dead. Are you gonna help or not? Maybe I should go and put Dick's flowers in some water. They're starting to wilt already. Mom, wait, Why are you here now? Kind of early to be collecting flowers for the funeral, isn't it? Don't you have someplace else to be? Hey, I'm just here to watch the great detective at work. I hate this guy. I'm not a detective, I just... Stay out of my way, okay? Do you really have to stand there? Oh, now you want to talk to me? Can't believe you called me out on stage like that. You had no right. I hadn't even told Mom about what happened yet. Yeah, I got that impression. Real healthy relationship you got there. Yeah, real relationship you had. It's no wonder she divorced your ass. As if you're any kind of authority on what makes a healthy relationship. Exactly. I'm just giving you a chance. A chance to do what? To screw up? Just do whatever you think is best. You're the detective, remember? Who knows? Maybe you get lucky again. And if not, there's no shame in admitting you need my help. What do you think happened to Dick? He was out of his mind if that stage performance was anything to go by. Probably went nuts and killed himself. You really think he would do that? You're the detective, you tell me. Can you think of anyone who might have wanted to hurt Dick? No. But you have connections to people in the TV business. You may have heard something. Yeah, I know people, but I don't pay attention to industry drama. Is that a picture of your dad? I wish I could have met him. I wish you'd met him too. Maybe he could have warned me not to marry you in the first place. Hey, it was your mom who set us up. Your family loves me. They didn't have to live with you. What's your point? A bow tie. You know I don't wear those things. An acceptance speech. You didn't seriously think you were going to win Best Actress, did you? It's not my speech. It was Becky's. Ouch. I guess money really can't buy everything. Puzzle start. 7. It's definitely gonna be that. I'm almost positive it has to be this. Unless it's like 2 and then a 1 down here. It's definitely easy to do. Here. I'm almost positive that has to be it. No, that can't be it. Because this is here. Undo this. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, there we go. Cross that off. These off. 1, 2, 1. Getting there. Slowly but surely. Those off. Cross the rest of these off. Okay. I messed up somewhere. This is like that. Like that. There we go. I knew I messed up somewhere. Handprints. Still rank F. How long is this chapter? Honor, look at this. There are handprints on Dick's neck. He was strangled. Strangulation, death by external obstruction of the windpipe, stopping the flow of air to the lungs. Air is important because it contains oxygen, which the brain requires to function. Perhaps it's analogous to my primary bus being obstructed. Maybe. Okay, give me 1 second. I need to check something real quick. Okay. I can't believe we're really doing this. You can't, but you know I'm good at finding things. Not just that, everything. We're doing detective work again. How did that happen? I thought we were done when we saw Blake's murder. That was just a one-off thing, wasn't it? We may not have been looking for a mystery to solve, but a mystery has found us. Besides, we still have the matter of my memory loss to solve. Unless you think we should stop. Stop and miss all the fun? We might be able to crack this case before the cops even get here. If you really think so, with you to help me, why not? Besides, it would really annoy Ryan if we did. That's motivation enough for me. So, I guess that means we're partners again. Just like in the movies. He's looking at you, Scout. Yeah, let me look around. Okay, 15 across. That's easy. I'm almost positive that's gonna be it. Nope, that can't be it because of this. Okay, let me reset. Sorry, I'll do all that again. 15 across. Okay. I thought I was on the right track, but no. I just have to try stuff. I feel like. So, I'm almost positive this has to be that. Because the 1 is probably going to go here. Because the 9 needs to go there. I'm just trying stuff at this point. I don't think it's gonna work, but you never know. Yeah, it didn't work. It's just like that. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Reset. This is hard because like I said, I don't get enough context clues. It's like there's too many 1s. Like, if it was, like, 2s or 3s, I think this would be a lot easier. But it's not. That's what's throwing me off. Two from the bottom, so it can either be these two, or these two. This one and this one. I just gotta try stuff. I really do. The 5 could be these two, or these two. 2 could be these two. Maybe these two. Okay, that means this one needs to definitely go here. That can cross that off. That can cross that off. Actually, don't cross that one off, because if it goes here, then the 1 could go here. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that, because there's no way it wouldn't connect otherwise. Which means these need to be crossed off now. Well, not this one specifically, but these two definitely. These 3 need to go here. Cross all these off. There we go. Now I'm making progress. Okay, do that. Actually, no, it's just this. Because there's no other way it could be the other way around. 6, 7, 8. So it has to be one of these two. making progress now. There we go. Never mind. Because now this is weird. Dang it. I thought I was making good progress. Shit. Okay. I wish there was like an undo thing. Where it's like it just undoes like the last like big move that you did. Like if like I like go like a whole line, it just undoes the line. Because now it's not gonna work here. Because it needs to be 3 across and then the 1 here. So unless I move it up, which is not gonna be possible. Yeah, I have to undo it. I have to undo it. Dang it, I thought I was doing so good. Okay, let me pause playback. I'm almost positive this is correct. I'm like positive. So 8. So I can either go here, or go here, cross these off. Out here though. Oh, I'm positive that's correct. Definitely needs to go there. Needs to go there. These off. If this screws me up, I definitely know it was this line that did it. Nope, see, that's screwing me up. Because this is here, so I have to undo it. I have to undo it. I knew it was gonna throw me off. I don't know how to do this. I really don't. now we're getting somewhere. There we go. Got it. That took a while, but we got there. Liquor spill. There we go. Wanky. A spill that could suggest some kind of struggle, maybe. It smells like whiskey. Whiskey, fermented grain liquor. Pairs well with beef and wild mushrooms. Would you say this smells domestic or imported? Since when do you know so much about whiskey? I scanned a copy of Rise and Shine magazine in the lobby earlier. Philip Marlowe's fascination with alcohol is finally starting to make sense. It seems like it was Dick Stanford's fascination too. He must have been drinking it before he went up for his award. That's everything for my quick scan. Should I make a more detailed sweep? Not yet. I think we've got enough to suggest what happened here. Ooh, you have a theory already? Can't wait to hear it. I don't know. How am I supposed to know what to do here? I don't think he was... Well, he could have been murdered because there was strangulation, right? He was murdered. Someone must have been waiting for him backstage. The whiskey suggests he was drunk, so he couldn't have put up much of a fight. The killer only had to put his hands around his neck and... Lights out for Dick Stanford. Scout, was that a quip? It's a quote from one of your detective novels, but I'm working on a routine to make my own. I've got to admit, I'm impressed. No, really. Not bad for someone with no experience or training, like you have training or experience. Who knows, maybe this time you can catch the killer before he jumps off a 10th floor balcony. The body's in here. I want forensics to... Honor, what are you doing here? I've been trying to figure out what happened here. I thought I made it clear last time. You are not a detective. But wait, as for this toaster of yours, it's got no feelings, no intuition. It undermines all the principles of good police work. Don't you at least want to hear what we found? Absolutely not. I've got a trained forensics team coming in. I can only hope you two idiots haven't contaminated all the evidence. Now get out of my crime scene. He didn't seem pleased to see us. No, but that's not going to stop us now, right? Can't stop me now. Right, let's find some more evidence. Okay. 4, 5, 7, 9. How many are there down? 15? There's 7 across. God, this is impossible. So the 7 either needs to go here or here. That's definitely gonna be it. Most positive that's gonna be it. If I had one more one here, this would help. Let's see, that's not gonna work. Even with another one, it didn't work. Because otherwise I would have to do this the other way around. Definitely needs to go there. That's not gonna work. That means that one's a one. These two definitely need to go here. Cross that off. Wait, no, that's not right. That's not right. Okay, let me reset. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I need to use the bathroom, so I will be right back, and then we will continue onwards. Okay, sorry, I really had to go. Okay. So that means these need to go here. At the very least. And the question is, does this need to go here or does this need to go here? Let's go here. No, this can't go here because it wouldn't connect, so this needs to go here. I'm almost positive it's gonna be this. Nope, I messed up because of this. It's gonna be 1, 2, 2. So that's not gonna work. Gotta reset again. Okay, let me back up to that point. Okay. There was this. It was this. It was this. It was this. Cross those off. See, look at this. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It can't work. So what do I do? Unless I do like this. See, it's not gonna work. It can't work. It's just like that. Nope, it's not gonna work. Can't work. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Damn it. Like, I'm so close, but it's just throwing me off. Like, I feel like I'm always doing good, and then I just get thrown off. So... Damn. Well, it's just like that. No, it can't be because of that. It's like the one. Unless it's like this. Cross that off. Since this needs to go here. Three, four, cross that off. Cross that off. There we go. Now I feel like I'm making good progress. We're getting there. We're getting there. There we go. Like, these puzzles are time-consuming. Celeb life. Oh, I forgot I had to do something. It's an old issue of Celeb Life with a feature of Dick Stanford. This must have been written just after he retired. Looks like a typical puff piece all about what a great guy he is. Here's something for your database, Scout. Gossip magazines like Celeb Life are total garbage for people that don't have lives themselves. I've added this to my database. Thank you, Honor. That's weird. The last page has been torn out. All that's left are the first two words. However, rumors. I wonder what the rest of the article said. Let me keep investigating. There's gotta be something else here. There we go. I had something that added up to 7 that might help, but it doesn't. This definitely needs to go all the way to the top. I'm almost positive this goes here and this goes here. I'm positive. And then this probably goes all the way down there. Cross that off, cross these off, cross that off, cross that off, cross that off. 2, that there. Cross that off. Actually, it has to go here, because otherwise it wouldn't connect, so do that, do that, do that. Question is, where do these go? There we go. That was a lot easier than the previous one. Hip flask. It smells just like the whiskey we found in Dick's dressing room. Do you think this was his hip flask? If it was, how did they get out here? Good question. Okay. The real cops are finally here. You ready to let them take over now? Not just yet. Did you know Dick personally? I I met him a couple of times. Can't say I liked him. This guy was always blowing his own horn. Really? I'm surprised you didn't get along. It sounds like you had a lot in common. Funny. Can you think of anyone who might have wanted to hurt him? Not offhand, but that's the thing with this town. You never really know anyone. Tell me about it. What do you think about Bobby Price? He looks nervous, doesn't he? Then again, I can't blame him. I hear his show is pretty close to getting canceled. What's your impression of Kathleen? I don't trust her. She's hiding something. You sure it's not just because she's smart and a woman? I've got no problem with smart women. Sure you do. As long as they're not smarter than you. Are we still talking about Kathleen? Put that away from me. Damn it, Honor, you know I can't stand the smell of whiskey. Why not? That's not... The week before we got married, he got wasted and crashed his dad's yacht into the San Diego pier. I don't know what was worse, the broken arm or the 3-day hangover. Thanks for reminding me. According to this magazine article, there was some kind of rumors going on about Dick. Do you know anything about that? Nope. You know I keep out of all that showbiz drama. Is that whiskey? You know I hate that stuff. What's your point? An acceptance speech. Okay, same thing. Okay, I don't think there's any new things. Okay, is there anything new? I don't think so. Main hall. Okay. All the people are gone. What if the killer got away? Not everyone. Bobby and Kathleen are over there. I guess the cops are focusing on anyone with a direct connection to Dick. Okay, investigate. It could be 12 and 13. 12 and 13. 12 and 13. That's not what I meant to do. Also, my stream turned off. Oh no. Please notice. There we go. that can't go there, which means that needs to go there. This needs to go all the way down. Cross that off. I messed up somewhere. I messed up somewhere because this is not gonna work. Let me take a step back. Six, 1, 2, 1. I don't know why these are all crossed off anyways. Cross that off. 5. See, I messed up. I messed up because there has to be something here. So I have to undo it again. I know I'm getting somewhere though. That's the important part. I'm getting somewhere. Cross all these off. There or there. That definitely has to be it. The question is, which way does it go is my question. So... I feel like I'm getting somewhere. These two definitely need to go here. Since I need to go there. So I can cross those three off. I don't know why I didn't do this originally. See, I messed up. Oh, there we go. That's where I messed up. Okay. Let's say, wait a minute. I messed up here. Wait, no, I didn't. Never mind. There we go. A wallet. Someone must have dropped this without realizing. It's nice, real leather. Wonder who it belongs to. We should try to return it. There's no ID inside, just small bills and a check stub for $50,000. It was paid today, but I can't see who it was paid to, just an account number. Can I assume from your facial expression that $50,000 is a lot? It's a hell of a lot. Maybe enough to kill for. You know, I could be wrong, but I think Ryan used to have a wallet like this. What? Oh, it's you. Sorry, this whole thing with Dick has got me kind of bugged. Is it true what this guy set up on stage? You trying to find the killer? I'm trying to find out what happened to Dick. Just like you did back at your TV studio. Damn, playing a detective to being a real one. That's a wild career change. I'm not exactly a real detective, I'm just trying to help. Oh, for sure, that's cool. Wait, you don't think I did it, do you? I'm not like that. Why would I throw my whole career away just to murder someone old guy? It's no secret that you and Dick didn't get along. But when you left our table during the ceremony, you said you were going to give him a piece of your mind. That was just talk. Why would I pick a fight with Dick Stanford? If anything, he hated me for taking over his show. Do you know if anyone else wanted to hurt him? Probably a long list. He acts nice in public, but in real life, he's got a reputation. Have you talked to Kathleen? She put up with this grumpy ass for years. Or how about that chick who started screaming about how she should have won Best Actress? Becky, much as I may dislike her, she's not a killer. You sure about that? She looked crazy enough to do anything. Pretty cute though. Did Kathleen not get along with Dick? They seemed kind of tense on stage. She had to work with Dick every day for almost 20 years. Forget tense. I'm surprised she's still sane. The girl who wanted to win Best Actress was Becky Cole. She plays the lead in my show, Murder Miss Terry. I thought she looked familiar. She was pretty pissed about not getting that award. It was a big deal for her. I guess if anything could drive her to murder. People do crazy things sometimes, make mistakes in the heat of the moment. It doesn't make them a bad person. Hey, are you friends with her? I'd love to get her number. To get her on Backtalk, I mean. I bet she'd be a great guest. You took over Backtalk, right? Is that when your problems with Dick started? Yeah, and that asshole who knows how to hold a grudge. I hadn't been on the air 10 minutes and he was already talking shit about me to the press. He's too flashy. He's ruined the show. Sure, we updated things a little, but come on, man. That set hasn't changed since 1979. Couldn't you just ignore him? Sure, but then the hate mail started coming in. He's got all these crazy fans. My ratings crashed. They're already talking about canceling the show. So your TV career was threatened by Dick. Would you say that made you angry? Well, yeah, but I wouldn't kill the guy over it. Don't know anything about it. This was supposed to be Becky's acceptance speech for Best Actress. Damn, that sucks. I wish I could help her out somehow. We found handprints around Dick's neck. Someone strangled him. Doesn't narrow it down much, does it? After all, everyone here has two hands. This is serious, Bobby. I know, I get nervous. Not because I'm guilty or anything, just the whole situation. Someone spilled whiskey in Dick's dressing room. Do you know anything about that? Whiskey? Must have been his. Have you read the Celeb Life article about Dick? No, seeing his photo on the front cover was enough to put me off. It says there were some rumors going around about Dick. Figures, a lot of my crew worked on the old show with him. From what I hear, he wasn't exactly easy to work with. Anything bad enough that someone might have wanted to kill him? Sorry, I don't remember. Do you recognize this hip blast? Is it yours? Detectives always have them in the movies. I've never seen one in real life before. I don't know anything about that. Okay. I hear you're investigating what happened to Dick. I wish you the best of luck. I guess you've heard by now, Dick was strangled. Oh God, please, don't tell me anymore. I can hardly bear to think about it. How long did you and Dick work together on Backtalk? Oh, many years. I've heard people say it's hard to imagine there was a time before I was on the show. You weren't there from the start? I didn't join until the second season. They wanted someone who could attract more viewers. You should have seen the outfits they tried to squeeze me into. Hardly more than swimsuits some days. That's terrible. That's television, but I stood my ground. I'd like to think I made a difference. How was your relationship with Dick? Oh, we got on just fine. Really? When we met him, he was kind of an ass. This is Hollywood. Everyone has their problems. But I'm a professional, and people who complain get a reputation. Besides, no one wants to hear about backstage drama. They'd rather just relax and enjoy the show. Although I don't think anyone was expecting the show they saw tonight. You know Ryan Blackstock? He was on stage earlier. You mean tall, blonde, and handsome? I was wondering who that was. Funniest thing, I saw him with Dick earlier today. They were getting lunch at Dylan's on Fairfax. Lunch? Why would Ryan be getting lunch with Dick Stanford? Your guess is as good as mine. Whatever it wasn't going very well. It seemed like they were arguing. I wish I could tell you more, but I was in a cab at the time. Only caught a glimpse. You don't think it could be related to what happened to Dick, do you? What do you know about Bobby Price? He's talented, but he's got big shoes to fill if he wants to keep hosting Backtalk. He doesn't seem to be much of a fan of Dick. They never saw eye to eye. Dick hated having his show taken away from him, and Bobby hated working in Dick's shadow. Hated enough to kill Dick? Bobby is young, ambitious, and impulsive. More than that, I can't say. Why are you showing me that? I was so pleased when I found out they wanted me to give Dick his award. I've been waiting for a moment like this for a long time. Now it's all over, and nothing will ever be the same again. The clip on Bowtie, Dick used to hate those things. Funny, isn't it? It can be so hard to remember these things. Excuse me. It can be so hard to remember these things while someone's alive, but after they've gone, even the smallest detail seems unforgettable. Why are you showing me that? Why are you showing me that? Have you seen this article about Dick and celeb life? Of course, Dick was very proud of his front page billing. I'm guessing he was less than happy when he saw how the article ended. Something about rumors was still missing part of the article. Let me guess, the entire last page was torn out? Dick did that to every copy he could get his hands on. He never could take criticism very well. Personally, I think it's good that these magazines do a little digging occasionally. Call it investigative journalism if you like. So you think there's some truth to the rumors they printed? Can you tell us more about what they were? Phone rings. Sorry, I'd love to talk, but I have to take this. Does this belong to Dick? I don't think so. But you saw what he was like on stage tonight, drunk as a sailor. Is there a chance the hip flask belongs to anyone else? We should investigate every possibility. Well, it could be Bobby's. I've heard he started drinking to cope with the stress. The production team aren't happy. Imagine going through all the trouble of rebooting a talk show just for the new host to get carted off to rehab. Any idea whose wallet this might be? Sorry, I don't recognize it. Okay. You mentioned Bobby Price has a drinking problem. He'll deny it, I'm sure, but I've heard plenty of stories. A way to calm his nerves, I suppose. What do you think he's nervous about? Oh, the usual. His performance, his ratings, Dick giving him a hard time. And now a murder, too. It's no wonder the poor kid has issues. I've heard Dick was arguing with Brian Blackstock earlier today. Do you know him? Know anything about that argument? Brian who? Sorry, I don't know the guy. Okay. So there's not really much else I can do at the moment. Kathleen said she saw you and Dick arguing over lunch earlier today. Care to explain? Oh, that was nothing. We were talking about some business. Things got a little out of hand. It happens. Except in this case, the other guy turned up dead a few hours later. What? You think I did it? What is it with you? You've always got to turn me into the bad guy. We're just following up on the available evidence. It's nothing personal. I think this scout thing is a bad influence on you. I'm serious. I do my best to support you, but you don't make it easy. Hey, you found my wallet. Couldn't help noticing you wrote a big check today. You went through my stuff? You can't help checking up on me, can you? Don't flatter yourself. I wanted to see whose wallet it was. So what was the money for? Nothing, just business. $50,000 of business? That's a lot of nothing. I don't have to explain myself to you. You still here? What did forensics find? We're still waiting on blood tests, but in my professional opinion, Dick Stanford was strangled to death. We knew that already. Oh, well, we also found whiskey spilled on the floor, telltale sign of a struggle. We knew that as well. Jesus H. Christ, how about the door handle? I guess we missed that one. Aha! See, that's why you should leave this to the professionals. We know how to check for prints. You found prints? That's great. Well, not exactly. The handle was wiped clean. Smells like the killer cleaned it with the whiskey. The alcohol would have acted as a solvent, a very effective solution. So let me get this straight. The only new thing you found is where some fingerprints used to be? Look, it's not about who found what. It's about coming to the right conclusions. And that takes experience, expertise, and intuition. You want conclusions? We've already got 2 suspects, Bobby Price and Ryan Blackstock. Is that so? What's your evidence against Bobby? We found this hip flask backstage. It contains the same whiskey as we found at the crime scene. And I've heard Bobby Price has a drinking problem. Interesting. It needs more evidence to back it up, but it's a good start. How about your other suspect? What's that Silver Spoon Blackstock kid got to do with this? Ryan Blackstock was seen arguing with Dick this afternoon. Not much on its own, but he also signed a check today for $50,000. Buddies have a nasty habit of showing up when there's that much money at stake. And Ryan isn't exactly trustworthy. Oh, you know him? He's my ex-husband. He's also manipulative. And an ass. I'm going to assume he picked that up from you. What can I say? He's a fast learner. Okay, I'll admit, you found a couple of good leads. I'll follow up on them just as soon as I finish my report. Can we at least keep looking for more evidence? No way, you're lucky I don't arrest you right now for interfering in an investigation. Now get out of here, will you? Can't afford any more liabilities. The captain's got me under a microscope on this one. Okay. I thought I told you to leave you alone. You know, you're starting to become predictable, detective. And you're starting to become a real pain in my ass. Do you want something or are you just here to bug me? Anna's mother dropped her bag in here earlier. We'd like to look for it. Your mother, huh? Yes, her bag. That's why we're here. Alright, but do it quietly. I've got paperwork to finish. Good thinking, Scout. Since when do you know how to lie like that? It was one of the many things I learned from those detective movies, along with the snappy one-liner subroutine I mentioned earlier. You'll have to show me later. Right now, we better look for clues before Cross realizes what we're really doing in here. Okay. Huh. They're getting harder and harder. I guess, you know what, actually, I guess the 2 could go here, the 5 could be here, so I'm not going to cross that off. God, this does not help me. Probably gonna be the 3 right there because 3, 4, so yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, so that definitely has to go here. That's not gonna go there. That's not gonna go there. That's not gonna go there. So that definitely is that. one can either go here or it can go here. No, that definitely has to go there. PDA. Rank D. This must belong to Dick. Looks like it's password protected. Can you hack into it, Scout? Sorry, Honor. This is a little embarrassing, but I don't have the right cable. I can only interface with devices bearing an RS-232 port. This device's interface is proprietary. I need some kind of adapter to connect to the PDA. I can't access the data without it. Got it. Well, let me know if you see one around here. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be a lot easier, I think. Pretty sure this has to go here. Probably not right, but you never know. I messed up somewhere. I messed up somewhere. I gotta reset. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. This is difficult. Because I know for a fact this middle row here is correct. I know that for a fact. Let me just do this. Cross these off. Definitely needs to go here. Definitely needs to go here. That's without a shadow of a doubt. So I can do that. Do that. Cross that off. Cross that The difficult part is trying to figure out where other things go. So I know for a fact that this needs to go here. Unless the 3 go here. Unless the 3 go here, I should say. That's my assumption anyway. Goes like 1, 2, 1, but I don't think it does. Trying to think. Like, I wish I knew what I was looking at, like, beforehand, so I can get an idea. I thought this was going to be an easier one to do, but it's not. There's too many ones. That's what's throwing me off. Because it can either go 1, 1, 1 all the way across. You know what I mean? Like that. Or it can go 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm just gonna take a guess. If it's wrong, it's wrong. See, it's wrong. Okay, I'm officially confused. Like, I don't know what I'm looking at. Like, I feel like I'm not anywhere near where I need to be. Hold on. For the sake of time. Okay, how close am I to this? I'm very close. But what is wrong is my question. There we go. I just mixed up the two. Okay. Medallion. I just had to look it up because I don't have time to waste. Bring up the stream. That took me over 10 minutes. It's some kind of coin, but I don't recognize the currency. That's not a coin, it's a medallion. They give these to recovering alcoholics. And according to the engraving, Dick Stanford has been sober for 40 years. If that's true, the spilled whiskey must belong to the killer. I think we found everything we can in here, at least while Cross is watching. A password-protected PDA and a medallion. Is that enough to crack the case? I don't know about the PDA, but the medallion definitely raises some interesting questions if Dick doesn't drink alcohol. Then the whiskey and the hip flask it was spilled from is a direct link to the killer. And I think we have a pretty good idea of who it belongs to. What are you two yammering about? I don't mind you looking for your mom's bag, but can't you do it quietly? We just found it, actually. We'll get out of your hair. Enjoy your paperwork, detective. It's incredible. She's so much like him. Hi. You look like you've lost something. Need any help? What? Oh, hi. Lost something. No, nothing. Are you sure? I can find anything. It's cool. It's cool. I'm just trying to find the men's room. I thought you said you weren't looking for anything. I guess I did. Anyway, I'll just be, bye. Well, that was weird. He told us that hip flat was this, but he hasn't had a drink for over 40 years. What? Well, then it must belong to someone else. What about that Ryan guy? You can't pin this on me. I didn't do anything. Think about it. Okay, this is the same thing. Okay, I've already talked to him about everything else. God dang it! Stop it! Okay, there's nothing else here. You know, I get the feeling Bobby really was looking for something. Do you think there's evidence here, hidden here? Doesn't hurt to take a look around. There's got to be something else here. God, there are way too many ones. It's just throwing me off. I don't even know which puzzle this is. It doesn't tell me. Yeah, it doesn't tell me. Yeah, I have no idea. What am I gonna do? Because Steam is not helping. Ten by 10. Okay, thank you. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that, but thank you. Yeah, Steam is not helping. Because there's no puzzle that fits this description. God, I wish Steam actually worked. Yeah, give me 1 second. Nope, doesn't help. I thought maybe flipping it would have helped, but nope. Yeah, this does not help me. I'm trying to find a solution, but I don't know what it is. I don't want to use a hint. There it is. God, that took forever to find. Okay. What's that? I'm just doing this now because I don't have time. 3, 2. I don't know why I couldn't find that solution faster. Because I want to try to get the high score without using hints. A silk handkerchief, that's weird and kind of gross. Perhaps Bobby dropped it when he left? Maybe. He doesn't strike me as a silk handkerchief type. What do these embroidered letters indicate? Don't sneeze? Yes, Scout, this must belong to Dick Stanford. But Dick died in his dressing room. What's this handkerchief doing here? And why does it smell like whiskey? Good question. Where'd you get that? We found it in the main hall, right where you were standing earlier. It's not mine. I know, the monogram says it was Dick's. That's great. I mean, that's great detective work. The weird thing is, it smells of whiskey. Maybe he, liked the smell? Scout, would you join me in the dressing room for a second? Why, Honor? Guys, let's go. Bye then? Are you ever gonna let me finish this damn report? You don't need to. We've got all the evidence you need. You've been investigating? Do you even realize how much danger you're putting yourself in? There's a strangler out there. I know, and we think it's Bobby Price. He wanted revenge on Dick for sabotaging his TV career. Dick hated him for taking over Backtalk. He used his influence to attack Bobby in the press. Bobby's ratings hit rock bottom. He's on the verge of cancellation. And tonight, Bobby had to sit and watch as the guy who was ruining his career got the Lifetime Achievement Award. That pushed him over the edge. He waited backstage for Dick to go back to his dressing room, and then he strangled him. It's a nice theory, but the only thing tying Bobby to the room is that hip flask, and he says it belongs to Dick. That's where our new evidence comes in. Found Dick's sobriety medallion. He's been sober for over 40 years, which means Bobby was lying. The hip flask is his. The sobriety medallion. Where in the hell did you find that? In here, detective. Shut up, Scout. In here? You said you were looking for a handbag. Yes, Scout, we did say that. It's not about who found what, it's about coming to the right conclusions. What a load of crap. Where'd you learn that? Amateur Detective Monthly? You said it earlier this evening. Well, you can't just... I can't believe I'm getting outsmarted by a toaster oven. Which brings me to the issue of Dick's handkerchief. When we found Bobby backstage, he was clearly looking for something, so we had a look in the main hall around where Bobby had just been. And we found a silk handkerchief that wasn't there earlier. The thing stinks of booze. I think something happened to make Bobby nervous. Really nervous. So nervous he needed a drink to calm his nerves. You think he killed Dick? He has the means, the motive, and the opportunity, but he wasn't prepared for how it would affect him. He was shaking so bad he dropped his hip flask. And what about the handkerchief? He just killed Dick and he spilled his drink everywhere. He was desperate to clean up the evidence and get out before anyone found him. So he grabbed the nearest piece of cloth and used it to mop up the spill. And then the fingerprints on the doorknob as he left. I'll be damned, it all fits. Not bad for an amateur, huh? If it wasn't for this goddamn report, Oh, to hell with the paperwork. I think it's about time I had a chat with Bobby Price. But don't start congratulating yourself yet. This isn't over. So that's the evidence against you. Anything to say for yourself? I didn't mean to do it. I just wanted to talk to him. You call that talking? I'm guessing you didn't like his answer. I didn't get an answer. He came backstage with his award and completely ignored me. Walked straight past like I didn't even exist. I put up with a lot of his crap since I took over Backtalk, and that was too much. They busted down his door in. But I didn't want to kill the guy. I just got carried away. I swear, I barely touched him. Not knowing your own strength is no defense against murder, Mr. Price. I'm taking you in. Don't go anywhere. We still need to talk about this detective hobby of yours. Where were you? You missed the fireworks. Is Detective Cross still here? No, you just missed him. He left with Bobby. What's up? An urgent package arrived for him. I told the police officer I would give it to Detective Cross personally. And they just let you have it? I told them I'm Detective Cross's new personal assistant. They seemed impressed. I think I preferred you when you didn't know how to lie. What was the delivery? I'm not sure, but it must be important. Okay. Two, 1, 1, 2, 1. Blood test. Still not ranked up. This must be the forensic report Cross was waiting for. Oh my, if I'm reading this right, then these blood results mean... What? What does it mean? I have to take this to Cross. This changes everything. What changes everything? Detective Cross, where's Bobby? Talking to his lawyer. Why? Dick's blood test came back in. Well, see for yourself. I don't believe it. This says... And that means... Bobby Price couldn't have killed Dick Stanford because he was already dead. I don't understand. Bobby confessed. The robot's got a point, and there were strangulation marks on Dick's throat. I never said Bobby was lying. He did strangle Dick, but that wasn't what killed him. According to this blood test, Dick was poisoned. He died before Bobby even laid a finger on him. You telling me Bobby Price strangled a corpse? I don't even know if that's illegal or not. But that means whoever killed Dick is still loose. Not for long. We've got that whole building in lockdown. Whoever it is, we got them cornered. That means there's still time. Let's go. Wait a second. How did you get out of the building? One of your officers thinks I'm your personal assistant. Gee, I don't know how they got that idea. You know, you two make a great argument for early retirement. What happens to Bobby now? He's out on bail. One of the benefits of being a TV star, I guess. Good lawyers. So he's gone? What if we still need to question him about something? He's not going anywhere. One of the conditions of his bail is that he cooperates with the investigation. Don't forget, I've done this 100 times. I know what I'm doing. Unlike you. Detective, I saw you taking Bobby Price into custody. I always knew he was trouble. In that case, I'm sorry to disappoint you. He's innocent. Innocent, are you sure? I found the evidence myself, Mom. Dick was poisoned. But don't worry, we'll catch the real killer soon. I've just had about enough of this. How many times do I have to tell you? You are not detectives. But I don't want to hear it. I let it slide when it was about your friend, but this, you're out of your depth. You really want to help? Here's the job for you. A hot pink 4x4 was double parked out front. It was getting towed as we arrived. Why didn't you two use those detective skills of yours to find the owner? They need to go collect it from the impound lot. A new mystery to solve. Forget about it, Scout. He's just trying to keep us out of his way. You're damn right I am. You think this stupid car is more important than finding a murderer? Absolutely not. But it's the only thing I'm going to let you investigate around here. Take it or leave it. Perhaps we should just investigate the car owner. Whose side are you on? And you even got your first piece of evidence. They checked inside before it got towed and found something on the dash. Let me take a look. Okay. Found an envelope. Ah, seems to be a letter. Great, a new lead in the most pointless errand ever. If Detective Cross won't let us investigate the murder, we don't have to give up. We should focus on what we can do instead. He only gave us this dumb job because he wants to keep us out of his hair. How does that help? That might be what he intended, but we can still use it to our advantage. He's given us a chance to show what we can do. You're right, Scout. Up until now, he's always been there. But now we can prove that we can handle something without any help. Right, we just have to find out who this letter was sent to. Nothing we can't handle. We are a team after all. So what does it say? I can't make it to the awards tonight, sweetie. Your idiot father is remodeling the kitchen again. I hope this cute car makes up for it. Lots of love, Mom. I've got a pretty good idea who this belongs to. Just 1 second. You're not going anywhere until we talk about this detective nonsense you've gotten yourself into. Sorry, Mom. You heard Detective Cross. We have to find out who owns this car. Oh, don't worry about him. He understands the situation perfectly well. So are you doing detective work now? About this whole detective thing, it's hard to explain. But why? Why do this? You had the job you wanted on that stupid TV program. I lost that job, Mom. Someone wanted me off the show so badly that Blake got killed over it. I can't go back. So find another show. There must be others. God knows there's enough crap on TV these days. You should be happy. You never wanted me to be an actress anyway. Happy? Happy that you're risking your neck chasing down murderers? I know you don't agree with it. You're damn right I don't agree with it. Have you lost your mind? After everything that happened to your father. How can you even say that? Turns out Dick was poisoned somehow. We're still trying to figure out what exactly happened, but... Honor, stop. But you love Dick Stanford. Don't you want justice for him? Of course I do, but not from you. You heard Detective Cross. If you want to investigate something, you find out who owns that car and then go home. How can you say I've forgotten what happened to Dad? I flew back that night. I quit college. Then you know damn well why I can't let you go down that road. He spent his whole life chasing criminals, and look where it got him. I think if he was here, then... Don't you dare try to tell me what he would have wanted. I knew him a lot longer than you did. You know what? You're right. I didn't know Dad very well. He never talked to me. Don't be ridiculous. He talked to you. You did lots of things together. He read to you every night. I know. Philip Marlowe, Sherlock Holmes, Poirot. He introduced me to all the great detectives, but never himself. That's not his fault. It was hard enough for him to talk to me about his work. You were just a kid. He was my dad. Didn't I deserve a chance to know him? All I have left is the fiction. It's not the same. Can't put yourself in danger just to feel closer to your father. Focus on the memories he left you, the photographs. That's why you gave me the locket? I would have given it to you sooner if I know what you were doing. It was good to see Dad at the Brown Derby again. Did you take the photo? Me, I never went to the Brown Derby. A restaurant that looks like a hat? Damn fool idea if you ask me. He always went there with his work friends, his captain, his partner. Wait, Dad had a partner? Forget about it, that's not important. You said Dad went to the Brown Derby with his partner. I don't remember Dad having a partner. Of course he had a partner. He was in the police force. Are you still in contact with them? If anyone could understand what I'm doing, it would be Dad's old partner. I think they'd tell you to listen to me and keep yourself safe. That's what your father would have wanted. I knew all along Dick Stanford wasn't an alcoholic. He was a good man and cut down in his prime. His prime? He was like 80 years old. Best looking octogenarian I've ever saw. Why in God's name do you still have that thing? Is that how I raised you, to carry some filthy old rag around in your pocket, whipping it out at people like some kind of magic trick? Show me that. This is a stupid question, but you don't know anyone with a bright pink car, do you? What kind of question is that? Of course not. Double checking my bases. Have you read this article? Of course, I don't normally read TV magazines, but when I saw Dick Stanford on the cover, at the end of the article, they mentioned some rumors about Dick, but someone tore the rest of the article out of the magazine. Good, Dick had enough problems to deal with. Those tabloid parasites should be more careful about what they print. Yeah, just double checking my bases. Find the owner of that car yet? My mom won't let me go, which is not a sentence I thought I had to say at 29 years old. You should listen to her. She's got only got your safety in mind. You're always talking about keeping me safe. What does that even mean? When have I ever been hurt? You've been lucky, but you're dealing with killers. Their luck's gonna run out sooner or later. Why do you care so damn much? What are you so scared of? Oh, I get it. Trust me, you don't. No, I get it now. You're old. You said yourself that they wanted to put you behind a desk, but you wouldn't listen. Then me and Scout come along and we solve Blake's murder. We find the evidence. We crack the case. That's got nothing to do with it. You don't care about me. You never have. You're just scared. You're scared that I'm better than you. I swore an oath. To protect and serve? You're only trying to protect yourself. That's not true. Then what are you scared of, Detective? I'm scared you're going to make a mistake. You're going to get yourself killed. Stop and think for a second, just for 1 second, what that would mean for the people who care about you. For once in your life, listen to what your mom is telling you. Walk away. This car assignment you gave me, it's a joke, right? I don't make jokes. Do you at least have any leads besides the letter? Now, you need my help? You think finding the owner of a bright pink car wouldn't be too difficult? You keep talking about what my mom wants. What about what I want? I swear, it's like you two are ganging up on me. She's just talking a lot of sense right now. I just found out my dad had a partner in the LAPD. Do you think you can help me find them? Sorry, I'm homicide, not missing persons. I know, if I could find them, they might be able to tell me more about my dad. I make a point of not knowing people these days. Makes the job easier. I've got a photo of Dad outside his favorite restaurant. Can't you at least show it around at the station? Look, there were a lot of cops on the force, and the Brown Derby was a popular place. I can't help you. I didn't mention the Brown Derby. What? How did you know it was my dad's favorite restaurant? Like I said, it was a popular place. Just a lucky guess. I don't know. It's a small world. Wait a second. I never noticed before, but the photo in his locket is folded in half. Scout, take a look at this. Of course. Four, 8. Do that backwards. Photograph. Look at this photograph. I don't believe it. You're in this photo, right next to my dad. Fine. Yes, I worked with your father for 10 years. We were partners. You knew. All this time you knew who I was. Not at first. I hadn't seen you since you were a baby. Joshua always tried to keep work and family separate. But when I saw you working to solve a case, it all clicked. It was like seeing him alive again after all these years. Why didn't you say something? Like what? Oh hey, you know who you remind me of? My dead partner. Besides, it was never the right time. I needed you to respect me as an officer of the law, not one of your dad's old friends. I thought you hated me. I was just trying to keep you out of trouble. Joshua saved my ass so many times out on patrol. The least I can do is return the favor for his daughter. Were you there when he... I don't want to talk about that right now. Look, maybe I can't stop you from trying to be a detective. God knows, nothing could stop Joshua once he had a lead. So go right ahead, look for evidence, question people. I won't stop you, but I'm watching you like a hawk. As soon as I think you're going too far, as soon as I think you're in real danger, it ends. Do you understand me? I didn't ask what you think. Do you understand? Yes. Good. I don't hate you, Honor. I get what you're trying to do, but I have to make sure you don't get yourself in above your head. I owe him that much. Are you okay? Yeah, it was just a lot of information. What happened to your father? Mom never told me the details. He just went out to work one day and didn't come home. And you were left with a blank space in your past, I understand. But Detective Cross may be able to give you some answers. Did you hear what he said? He doesn't want to talk about it. Not yet, but he gave us permission to keep investigating. He may be coming around. I don't know, he wasn't exactly enthusiastic. It seems like everyone's telling me to give up. Just because everyone's against you doesn't mean they're right. I guess we'll have to find out. Let's get out of here. We still gotta talk to whoever owns that car. Location unlocked backstage. found out about Detective Cross. You knew who he was this whole time. No point trying to hide it anymore. Yes, I've known Gary for years. And you were working together trying to get me to stop investigating? I can't believe this. My own mother. Actually, forget that. I can believe it. You didn't want me to be an actress. You don't want me to be a detective. What do you want, Mom? I want you to be safe, but whatever I try, you always have to do the opposite. You paid for your college tuition. You dropped out and started acting. I set you up with Ryan, a successful businessman. You get a divorce. Doesn't all that tell you something? It tells me you still got a lot to learn. I'm getting sick of having to watch over you all the time. Then don't. I'm almost 30. I can make my own goddamn decisions. Look, where's that's gotten you? Wow. This is a stupid question. Okay, I already got that. Did you know Detective Cross was in this photo? Of course not. Didn't know he'd be here tonight either. Too many surprises in one day, if you ask me. You don't like him? I'm sure he's a good detective. He was a good friend of your father's. I just didn't expect to see him, that's all. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna end this session here for now, because I've gone for a few hours now, and I'm not even close to being done. We still have a ton of stuff to keep going with. There's a lot of puzzles, like side puzzles that I need to figure out, but we'll get there eventually. So I'm gonna get back to this soon, but it's probably gonna be a little bit until I do so. So bear with me and we'll go from there. But in the meantime, thank you everybody for watching. I'm not good with outros, so I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.